In a sun-baked valley of red earth, a young apprentice named Lin rushed into the potter's yard, his steps stirring up little clouds of dust. The great kiln in the corner breathed like a slumbering beast, its low roar a constant presence. "Master," Lin announced, his voice filled with youthful ambition, "I want to learn how to make a bowl worthy of kings." "And I want to learn today." The old potter, whose face was a map of gentle wrinkles, simply smiled. He pressed a heavy, cool lump of clay into Lin's eager hands. "Then begin," he said softly. Lin sat at the wheel, his heart thumping with excitement. But as he started to spin it, the reality was less glamorous. The rough grit of the clay bit into his soft palms. The wheel wobbled under his unsteady touch. A tiny splinter from the wooden frame nicked his thumb. "Ouch," Lin muttered, instinctively pulling his hand back. "This wheel is so rough. And the clay is freezing cold." The master potter, observing from a short distance, just nodded slowly. "These are small ills," he said, his voice as calm as the morning mist. "They are your first teachers." But Lin didn't want to listen to such teachers. In the days that followed, he found ways to avoid the discomforts. He'd wait until the sun warmed the air, avoiding the early morning chill. He'd work quickly, trying to ignore the dust that settled on his skin and the sting of hot ash when he had to load the kiln. The results spoke for themselves. His bowls came out crooked and lopsided. Their rims were uneven, cracked like the parched earth of a dry riverbed. He grew more and more frustrated. Finally, one afternoon, the potter placed a simple, perfect cup on the bench before him. Its walls were impossibly thin, its curve was flawless, and its glaze had a quiet, inner glow. It was a masterpiece of simplicity. "How?" Lin asked, his voice filled with a mix of awe and defeat. "How do you do it?" The old potter didn't answer with words. Instead, he slowly turned his hands over, palms up. Lin looked closely and saw that his master's thumbs were not smooth. They were ridged with a network of tiny, silvery scars, a testament to a lifetime of work. "I learned by listening to the discomforts," the potter explained. "I warmed the wheel with my own hands before the sun rose. I kneaded the clay for hours, even when the grit bit my skin. I stood by the kiln's fiery mouth, even when the smoke stung my eyes. Each small ache, each tiny sting, taught my fingers what the clay would not say out loud." A profound understanding dawned on Lin. The next morning, he rose in the cool, blue hour before sunrise. He went to the yard, wiped the wheel clean, and soaked the clay. He felt the roughness, but this time he didn't pull away. He let it train him. He loaded the kiln, and when sparks kissed his wrists, he held his ground. Week by week, the perfect bowl that lived in his mind began to find its shape in his hands. He learned the language of the clay, a language spoken through pressure, temperature, and patience. When autumn arrived, painting the valley in shades of gold and amber, Lin presented his work. It was a single bowl, as smooth and serene as a quiet pond at dawn. The villagers gathered, and tea was poured. As they drank, a respectful silence fell over them, a silence that followed each and every sip. Lin had finally understood. The small discomforts we endure are not obstacles. They are the very tools that shape our skill and allow us to create something truly great. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more tales of wisdom and inspiration. We'll see you in the next one.